result signals serious warning signs for Sir Keir Starmer and his leadership. The most dramatic result came out of Mayfield Ward in Redbridge, northeast London, an area that has traditionally been a Labour stronghold, boasting a large loyal base and a significant Muslim population. Just 2 years ago, Labour dominated the ward with 71% of the vote, but this week that dominance collapsed. In a shocking upset, the seat was taken by the Ilford Independents, a local party capitalising on community frustration. Labour's vote share crashed by a staggering 44.7%, handing the Independents victory with 42.5% of the vote. The Conservatives came in a distant third on 19.4%, and Reform UK trailed behind at 4.8%. So, what's behind Labour's fall from grace in Mayfield? Voters in the area appear to have taken direct issue with a number of controversial policies and decisions from Starmer's leadership, including the removal of winter fuel payments for pensioners and the government's continued approval of arms sales to Israel during a time of heightened tensions in the Middle East. These moves have been met with particular outrage among Labour's Muslim supporters, many of whom feel ignored and betrayed by the party's direction under Starmer. But the damage wasn't confined to London. In Penlegaya, Swansea, another safe Labour area, the party's performance was equally bleak. Labour came a distant fourth, securing just 6.6% of the vote, a drop of 5.6 points since the last election there. The seat was decisively won by an independent candidate with 63.9%, while Reform UK pulled in 10.7%, and the Liberal Democrats finished with 13.6%. For Labour to fall so dramatically in South Wales, traditionally one of its heartlands, is a deeply troubling sign of a party that is losing touch with its base. Meanwhile, over in Malden North, Essex, a safe Conservative seat, the Tories managed to hang on with 41.1% of the vote, but the Liberal Democrats ran them close at 36.4%, and Reform UK again picked up a solid third-place finish with 16.7%. The message is clear. The electorate is fracturing, and neither Labour nor the Conservatives can afford to be complacent. Reform UK surging in national polls. As if the by-election results weren't enough of a headache for Labour, the latest national polling is painting a shocking new picture of the UK's political landscape. For the first time ever, Reform UK has been placed first in a national poll. According to respected pollster Find Out Now, Reform is now polling at 26%, ahead of both Labour, 23%, and the Conservatives, 22%. This isn't just a one-off. A broader look at the UK's national pollsters reveals a tight three-horse race between Labour, the Conservatives, and Reform. More in common: Conservatives 25%, Reform 24%, Labour 24%, YouGov, Labour 23%, Reform 22%, Conservatives 22%. Opinium, Labour and Reform tied at 26%, Conservatives 21%. Techne, UK, Labour 27%, Conservatives 23%, Reform 23%. Delta Poll, Labour and Conservatives tied at 25%, Reform close behind at 23%. These results mark a radical shift from just a few months ago and show that voter loyalty is up for grabs. Reform UK's rise has been fueled by disillusionment with both of the main parties, and many voters are now clearly looking for an alternative voice in British politics. The road to May, a make-or-break moment. With local elections in May fast approaching, over 1,600 councillor seats are on the line across 23 local authorities. Of those, the Conservatives are defending 15, thanks to strong performances during the height of Boris Johnson's popularity. Labour is defending just 1, but that doesn't make them immune from damage, especially if current trends continue. Electoral calculus is forecasting massive losses for the Tories, predicting they will win just 548 councillors, a net loss of 390 seats. But it's not all good news for Labour either. The projections suggest Reform UK could win 474 councillors, capturing 25% of the vote, a stunning result for a party that until recently had little local infrastructure. The Liberal Democrats are also tipped to pick up 270 seats and 16% of the vote. Since the July general election, Labour has suffered a net loss of 37 by-election seats, while the Tories have gained 24. Reform UK has made only modest inroads, gaining 12 councillors, but many argue that the party is only now beginning to scale up, professionalise and build a ground game. That momentum, however, is being stifled in some areas. Deputy Labour leader Angela Rayner has granted 9 councils permission to cancel May elections due to upcoming changes in local governance. Many of these councils are in areas where Reform UK was expected to perform well, places like Essex, Norfolk, Suffolk, and the Isle of Wight. Critics say this is a transparent attempt to protect Labour's standing and avoid further embarrassment, while others argue it's a practical move tied to restructuring. Either way, it's adding fuel to Reform UK's narrative that the system is rigged against them. With public confidence in both major parties faltering, Reform UK on the rise, and a crucial test looming in May, Keir Starmer is under immense pressure. If Labour continues to hemorrhage support in key communities, and if the party's message continues to miss the mark, then the local elections could mark the beginning of a much bigger reckoning. Stay tuned. Things are just getting started. In other news, residents in a town left behind by deindustrialization have called on a Donald Trump-style figure to smash Britain's benefits bill. In a part of Stockton-on-Tees, an astonishing 2/3 of working-age adults are economically inactive, making it the area with the highest rate of worklessness in the country. According to the 2021 census, 67% of adults in an area north of the High Street do not work, dwarfing the national average of 16.6%, excluding students and retirees. Everything is easier if you go on benefits. Stay-at-home mother Chelsea Robinson, 28, who is not on welfare herself, told The Telegraph. You get everything given to you. You get the same amount as you would working in a shop, if not more. Car dealership manager Nicholas Smith, 39, agrees. It's the biggest problem in Stockton, she said, because some people just don't want to work. The census revealed that 43% of people in this part of Stockton had no qualifications whatsoever, and only 11 people had worked in the previous 12 months. Of the area's 321 residents, a staggering 163 adults aged between 16 and 64 reported they had never worked at all. Stockton boasts beautiful Georgian architecture and a proud industrial history, including the launch of the world's first passenger railway in 1825. But deindustrialization has devastated Teesside's once world-leading chemicals, steel, and shipbuilding industries. Young people can no longer leave school and walk into apprenticeships that become jobs for life. And the town's Norton Road, with its vape shops, takeaways, and boarded-up pubs, serves as an example of just that. Pensioner Kathleen Atkinson, 77, blames industrial decline. The industries that their parents had don't exist anymore, she explains. John Duff, 55, an out-of-work construction worker, disagrees. There's loads of work if you want it, he says. He warns that some falsely cite mental health issues to claim benefits, a claim mirrored by Labour's mass benefits crackdown last week. The government's welfare reforms will reduce eligible PIP, personal independence payment, recipients by $800,000, a per-person saving of £4,500 per year. Deborah Pitt, 63, who receives PIP and universal credit for arthritis and heart problems, is terrified. It is scary, she says. They're taking the pensioners' benefits away, and now they're going to take the disability benefits away. At the general election, Reform UK came second to Labour in Stockton North, and Ian Robinson, 55, an out-of-work plasterer, has heaped praise on Nigel Farage's party. Just smashing the benefits, aren't they? No one wants Starmer. He's a head. We need a Donald Trump, don't we? Robinson said. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.